That soul cooking. I like the way you making that food looking. I love.
Hello guys, I am back with a cooking video, and today I'm going to be making a chicken tortilla casserole. And what I have to do this dish is cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, some tomatoes, an onion, 10 count tortilla, and 2 garlic cloves, some Mexican shredded cheese and sharp cheddar, and these are 3 chicken legs and 3 thighs that I previously seasoned and frozen. I usually do that when I know that I may be in a hurry. Whenever I need the chicken, I pre-season it, and then I wash it and I let it soak in salt and vinegar water for about an hour or so. Then I take that off and rinse it and season it and freeze it, so whenever I come home and I'm in a hurry and I need some chicken, I take it out the morning before I leave and thaw it, and when I come home it's already seasoned and I can go ahead and just throw it in the oven or whatever else I need to do with it. Maybe my husband can use it. I hate to let him season stuff because he's heavy-handed with the salt, so I keep some seasoned chicken around for him. I season this chicken with onion powder, garlic powder, lemon pepper, salt, pepper, the usual things that I season my chicken with. And you could do it with whatever else you want, maybe chili powder, cumin, whatever you want to season your chicken with, but I only use onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a little paprika. That's what I use for this. So I'm going to go off camera, cut up these tomatoes, open the cream chicken, put these chicken thighs and legs in the oven on 350 just until they're tender and done, so I can be able to pull them off the bone and take the skin off to get ready to put this casserole dish together. See y'all in a little while. I came back on to let you know that if you don't want to use all the seasonings that I used, I only use onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, paprika, and I think that's about it that I used on that chicken. You can use this Grill Mates Chipotle Pepper marinade to marinate your chicken after you soak it in water and salt solution and vinegar. You can just season it with this and let it marinate, and it comes out pretty good. I use this a lot, and I found a couple of boneless, skinless chicken breasts in my freezer after I got off camera that were seasoned and marinated in this, and I took out one of those legs and one of those thighs that I had in that pan and put in those 3 small boneless, skinless chicken breasts, not chicken breasts, those boneless, skinless chicken thighs that were marinated in this. So you can do that if you want to, and this tastes very good, and it's not spicy. So it says Chipotle, and people think that Chipotle is spicy when they hear that, but it did not turn out spicy at all. It just had a very good flavor and a lot of flavor. So this is an idea. If you don't want to use a lot of seasonings, just put this on there and it comes out just fine. And I got this at Walmart on the seasoning aisle, the packaged seasoning aisle, where the tomatoes and Velveeta cheese is on that aisle. I found this over there about 98 cents, and Kroger makes an off-brand knockoff like this also in their brand, Chipotle Pepper Marinade. If that's a closer store to you, you can go to Kroger and get theirs. Okay, I have diced up the tomatoes, and this is only a half of that onion, and this is those 2 garlic cloves that I minced up. This looks like a whole lot because it's 1 Roma tomato and 1 regular vine tomato, medium sized vine tomato, so that's why it's a lot. I'm not making that much casserole today because the twins are picky and they won't eat this dish because they feel like the tortilla shouldn't be wet. So you know, once it gets into the casserole dish, it's going to be a little bit wet, so they don't want to eat it. So I'm just going to make a small amount, and what I'm going to do now is saute these tomatoes and onions together. I have about a tablespoon of olive oil heating up in this cast iron skillet. Then I'll saute these tomatoes and onions and put salt and pepper on these, And I found a small piece of Parmesan cheese in the fridge that I need to get rid of. So I guess I'll use that in this recipe. And I probably won't use the full can of this cream of chicken and cream of mushroom, because I'm making a small amount. But I'll see once I get to mixing. I may need a whole can, I may not. We'll see when I get to that point. Okay, I'm going to put the tomatoes and the onion in here. The garlic won't go in until these get soft, and the garlic will be the last thing that goes in there. And you don't have to use legs and thighs. You can use breast or whatever cut of meat that you want. That's just what I had on hand, so that's what I used. And I also forgot to mention that I'm going to be using some cilantro in this too. So I'll be going ahead and chopping some of that up, and I'll show you that once I get to that point. Okay, I'm putting a little kosher salt on these tomatoes and onion. And I'm not measuring, so you just use it according to your taste. You may need to add salt at the end. Once you taste your filling or whatever, you might see that you may need more. So okay, since this is softening up, I'm going to go ahead and put in my garlic cloves. And I'm going to let that go, get all the flavors incorporated for about 2 to 3 more minutes. And then I'll set this to the side. My chicken has been going about 25 minutes on 300, and it's covered in the oven. And once it's tender enough and I make sure that it's done enough, I will get that out and shred it and pull the meat, the skin and all of that off the bones. I'm thinking that the chicken is ready. And what I'm going to do now is take it out and let it cool before I can pull the skin off. It's been going about 40 to 45 minutes covered, and you're going to probably have to adjust your time according to how fast or how slow your chicken cooks. So just be mindful of that. It may not take as long as it did mine. Okay, now I have pulled all the meat off the bones and shredded it with a fork. And now I'm going to put in my canned soups and my cheeses. I'm going to see what half does first, because I may not need all this, because like I said, I'm trying not to make that much tonight. Put half of the cream, that's cream chicken, and I'm going to put this other half of cream mushroom in here. And I'm going to pour in all these tomatoes and onions. I have this piece of cheese that I'm going to shred in here. This Parmesan that I found in the fridge. I just need to get rid of this before it goes bad. So I'm going to shred this up, and then I'll come back. Now I'm going to add in some of this shredded sharp cheddar, just according to how much you like. And I'm going to stir all this up together. See, I don't think I'm going to need that other cream of mushroom, because as you can see, it's enough, and I don't really need that much because I'm not making that much tonight. Now I take some butter and rub it in the pan so that my tortilla won't stick to the pan. This is just regular unsalted butter. Then I lay down our tortilla. Lay one down like that. And lay another down like that. I think I'm going to add more cheese, because we like a lot of cheese in this house. So I'm going to add more cheese. So that's what it looks like after it's mixed up. And you just take it in. I was going to put my cilantro in this mixture, but I think I'm just going to wait to the end and put it on top. So do this like this. I don't want to make that much, so probably gonna have but a couple of layers, maybe 3. And you keep going like this until you finish adding all your mixture and tortillas. I think I'm just going to end up with 2 layers like that, because I'm not making that much tonight. But if you had more, you just keep going until you end up with however many layers that you require for how much mixture you have. So that's it on that. I'm going to sprinkle cheese on top of this, and this time I'm going to use this Mexican style cheese to put on top. Okay, on the last layer you have a tortilla like that, and then I'm going to use this Mexican style cheddar, Mexican style shredded Monterey and mild cheddar on top. So that's all you do there. And you bake this at 350 for 30 minutes until it's bubbly and the cheese has melted. And put how much cheese you want. That's just how much I'm going to put on there. If you want more, add more. If you don't want it all on top, don't add it on top. But this is going in the oven 350 degrees for 30 minutes. It is starting to melt, but I forgot to put my cilantro on top, so I'm going to do that now. Then I'm going to let it finish going. It hasn't been going about 5 minutes, and I'll come back. Okay, I have just taken it out of the oven, and it went to about 30 to 35 minutes. And now I'm going to take it out of a little bit out of the pan and show you what it looks like. Chicken inside of there, tomatoes, and the top tortilla turned out sort of crispy. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Continue to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.